Hi, I'm Bernie Thompson. I'm the founder of Plugable Technologies, and we have a new Bluetooth keyboard that we're really excited about. And in fact, I've been using it out and about, and I kind of wanted to show you, how I put it to use. So one thing that's really wonderful about a folding keyboard is it's a little tight, but it can fit within a pocket. And here it is. This is actually the Plugable Bluetooth folding keyboard. What we have around the outside is a cover so that the metal doesn't scratch something or get dinged itself. But that same cover also operates as a stand, and I want to show that to you. So I'm going to open this up, set this down. Now the way this cover works is you kind of have the outside, which is a pleather, and then the inside you just fold this over, and there's a magnet right there that clicks in. Now that is the stand for your phone. So I'll pull my phone out here, which is an Android phone, and just set it in there, and it sits up pretty nicely. If you want to get a little bit of a different angle, you can actually pull out a tray here, and now it can be at kind of a different angle. I'll show you later, but this magnet on here means that this is actually pretty stable, so we can actually have a fairly large tablet here, and that will hold that up well. But that's really the sideline. The most important thing here is the keyboard itself, and because it's folding, you can see how small it is. It's really wonderful. And it just pops open like this, and now we have a keyboard that's standard Bluetooth that has relatively kind of generously sized keys. So I'm going to sit down here just like I would if I were sitting down at a coffee shop. And if I've just picked up a keyboard, let's say out of the office, I'm not really sure which machine this is paired with. The keyboard has a real nice function here to put it into pairing mode. If I hit the function key and the one with the icon there, and there we go. So under available devices, the Plugable folding keyboard. Click on that. It says pairing, and that comes up over here. So now I can switch over to like a browser and pull that up, and go to something like news or go to my mail. And so, I'm a lot more productive here having a full-size keyboard as opposed to tapping on my phone for doing any kind of long emails or documents. And it's amazing anymore, all the work that you can get done, just on your phone. One of the things to note about the keyboard is there are a few special keys for Android and iOS and Windows. And by using that same function key and pressing the Q button, it switches into Android mode, Windows mode, iOS mode. Things like, for example, the iOS home key. When you're in iOS mode, that turns what is the Windows escape key into the iOS home key, so that you can have all of the kind of native key presses with this one small keyboard by changing your mapping to match your type of device. Okay, so here we have an iOS device. A little bit better to type on because you can actually bring up a full keyboard here, but it's really a lot nicer having the tactile feedback of an actual keyboard. So we're going to pop this open. We could choose to use this case or not because it has its own stand, but let's go ahead and use it just to kind of show what that would look like. So we fit in there, and that the way that flap comes down and has a magnet, it's strong enough that I can really kind of beat on this, and that case is holding this really well. So we're going to pop open the keyboard here. We're going to flip it into pairing mode. It went from green to blue here, and we'll turn on Bluetooth, and we see our keyboard popping up. Plugable folding keyboard. Choose that. And we're connected. And so now we should be able to go into an application like a web browser, and we start typing, and we have access to our full-size keyboard. One of the things I mentioned is that there are these special keys. Let me show an example of that. I hit function iOS, so now it's got any of the iOS specific keys. And if I hit function escape, it's actually mapped to the iOS home key. So I'm able to navigate around iOS with all those kind of hotkeys just with the keyboard very conveniently. And then when I'm ready to go, I just kind of close up my iPad, fold up my keyboard, plop that in there, and off I go, and I've got a highly mobile setup that's also highly productive. So there you go, the pluggable Bluetooth folding keyboard.